Kevin McCullough.
Welcome back to Times Square, the heart of the most important city in the most important country, on the only planet that, that has such things as investments and the things that you need to think about when you're trying to protect your family for your future. Look, when I was a kid, I thought that just working and saving and doing my thing was going to be it. Then I started having my own children and thinking about their future and what I want to leave for them. And the more that the government says it wants to do things like try to track every single transaction you have off of your electronic bank account, off your PayPal, off your Venmo, off of whatever, the more they are up in your business about every single penny that you, and there's only one reason why they're trying to do that. They want to know when money changes hands, if they can tax it. And this is the real bottom line. We have a government that is out of control in terms of being responsible with its own funding. And as a result, they need more and more of our money. Dean Heskin rejoins us from Swiss America. And Dean, one of the reasons I love people having cash reserves and gold and silver reserves that they can access is because it's literally not trackable by the people that are trying to, look up our nose hairs on everything.
Yeah, that's definitely an advantage. And it's not to say, I can tell you with our clientele and the discussions we have with them, there's a difference between trying to hide things and trying to keep your things and keep your privacy.
Exactly.
Our clients aren't trying to hide anything. They're not trying to get away from anything. The monies that they're putting into their metals portfolio, they're doing so with, and sometimes retirement allocated funds through an IRA or a 401k, or their own discretionary or investment funds that they've paid their tax on. They're just looking to put them away and keep them there for a different time and a different day. We talked just a moment ago, we were talking quite a bit about banks and the problems there. But as you just on the intro there kind of got into, there's so many other factors that are involved in this. Yes, the government being one of them. The problem with your money that sits in the bank, that's your government's money. That currency is what they produce. And they have done a tremendous job of devaluing that considerably over the course of our lifetimes. And it doesn't look like that's going to stop anytime soon. When we talk about our government, no criticism, just a fact. They are probably the most gross mismanagers of money that you'll ever find on God's green earth. And so, one of the things with gold, Kevin, that really makes it a standalone asset. We are not suggesting that gold is the end all in terms of people's finances, investments, and savings. It's just another cog in the wheel of diversification. Have your equities, have your government bonds if you're into that. Money's in the bank, real estate, gold and silver certainly playing into that. Be diversified. The strength that you have in gold is this. We are living in a very volatile and a very changing financial marketplace and economy today. No longer can we look at things just from a domestic level. The things that are happening abroad or globally have a very direct and in some cases very serious impact or potential implications on our finances and our economy. The advantage you have with gold and silver, they're considered to be sympathetic metals, but that's a discussion for another day. Gold is a non-encumbered asset. And what I mean by that, if you're holding a gold coin in your hand, the value of it is based on what it is. It's not a debt. It's not an IOU. It has a value just based on what sits before you, physical gold. With that said, here's where one of the biggest strengths come from. Gold does not depend on the US dollar in order to maintain value. As you and I are speaking here today, Kevin, without us having to do a thing, gold has a value in US dollars, but it also has a value in pound, lira, yen, euro, go right on through the whole gamut of currencies. It is universally supported with no debt tied to it. And so the significance of that, should there be, as some have suggested or forecasted at some point, given the debt burdens of our nation, our currency could collapse. Seems far-fetched, but then again, why wouldn't it? I mean, we are drowning in debt on every level now. Something like that happens and the US dollar loses its value entirely. Trying to get your money out of the stock market would probably prove to be next to near impossible, or bonds or mutual funds. Real estate, the ability to move or transfer wealth there would be very difficult. But when you have something that carries that universal support of value like gold, that's where you're going to find your strength in times of need.
Friends, it's just, I'm a big believer, big fan, and I love Swiss America. I love what they've stood for 40 years. And you're getting a taste of their leadership with Dean right here. And he's going to join us again in the very near future. Dean, happy 2024 to you. Thank you for being here. We'll talk to you real soon.
Thank you, Kevin. You as well.
You got it. Again, SwissAmerica.com/That Kevin Show. SwissAmerica.com/That Kevin Show.
Stick around for more of That Kevin. Next, That Kevin Show with Kevin McCullough.